Yep, that's right. I'm playing Cyberpunk 2077 on a freaking smartwatch. And I'm also playing some Final Fantasy 15 on a smartwatch. So what up, folks? Today we are going to be doing something stupid. We're going to playing games on a smartwatch. And you might be thinking that's not possible. Well, watch this video if you want to find out if it really is. So like I said, since this is just a smartphone, it also has a smartphone spec. Well, albeit a lower end smartphone specs all over the place. As for the display, we have a 450 by 450 1.4 inch Super AMOLED display. Under the hood, it is powered by an Exynos W920, which is a very weird chipset. You don't see them in smartphones. This is a low power chipset specifically designed to be used in smartwatches. It also comes with 1.5 gigabytes of RAM, so you can run some pretty beefy applications on this, and 16 gigabytes of storage to store all your application. The battery, if we talk about the battery, it lasts an entire day, I think. Under the hood, this is basically a One UI Watch 5. It's basically a customized version of the Android OS, so you will have some limitations out of the box, but you can bypass this by using ADB commands. The chipset is a 5nm Exynos W920 with a dual core A55, so and a Mali G68 single core GPU. Now there is no any data on how fast this GPU runs. So how did I get games on this smartwatch? It was actually rather a pain because the Play Store on the watch does not allow to install Android apps. So let's see how it turns out. Now the display is very tiny, so I don't suppose you can enjoy very much. And also Moonlight. Okay, so I forgot about that application. I'll show you why I installed Moonlight on this. Back then I did try running Minecraft on it, but it was the older version. I think the newer version just doesn't work on watches. Next up, I tried PSP emulator, PPSSPP, and surprisingly it worked at 15 FPS. That is, it is playable if you can play like this with such tiny controls and buttons. I tried connecting my DualShock 4 controller to the watch, but apparently it does not accept Bluetooth input devices, so that is out of the question. Next up, I tried Subway Surfers, everyone's favorite and classic Android game. I don't know how you can play like this, like the screen is so tiny, but if you can play, you can definitely play this. It definitely runs. But I couldn't play this because like the app was like the watch kept closing the game, so I couldn't try playing it. Next up, we have Moonlight. Now this is not a game. This is actually an application used for streaming video games from your PC. So I'm going to open up a game on my PC and then stream that into my watch. Now there is no keyboard mouse that I can control, but I can connect my controller